You're watching the Alabama Weather Network.
We've got more fantastic fall weather for Alabama today, tomorrow, and Saturday. The next chance of rain will be on Sunday. And we're watching Melissa in the Caribbean. What's that thing going to do? So let's take a look at the upper air look, a whopper of a trough over the eastern half of the U.S. That's the reason it's so cool this morning. And we'll take a look at the radar composite. Obviously, no rain around here. The sky is clear. Got a few spotty showers well to the west over New Mexico and a few spotty showers up in the northeast. Mostly 40s on the board to start the day. Colder pockets include Anniston, Cullman, Demopolis, and Selma, all at 41. Huntsville, 42. We've got 50s down in Mobile and Baldwin counties. Here's a look at the watch warning map. Freeze warnings in effect. Des Moines, Chicago, Indianapolis, Louisville, Kentucky, Cincinnati. And that's a sign of the times there. We'll check the severe weather outlook today. We have a risk of severe storms over parts of southwest Oklahoma, west Texas, and New Mexico. Tomorrow, a chance of severe storms over the western half of the Lone Star State of Texas. And on day 3, which is Saturday, got a marginal risk over parts of central and east Texas into western Louisiana. Rain for the next 7 days, valid through Thursday morning of next week. Numbers have come up a little bit, and really almost all of this will be Sunday and Sunday night. Rain amounts for most of the state pretty close to 1 inch. And again, that's not going to break a drought, but we'll take what we can get here. And really, after Sunday, a pretty good chunk of next week at this point looks rain-free. And we will get the update to this product here in about 2 hours, the drought monitor. This is released once a week on Thursday mornings. But obviously, by looking at that map, we need rain. So in the tropics, we have Melissa, and that's the only feature on the board. The rest of the Atlantic basin is very quiet. That's the 7-day outlook. So Melissa is still being sheared, and there's a little dry air getting into it, so there's been no increase in strength over the past 24 hours. The maximum sustained winds are still at 50 miles per hour. And again, there's not much change in the 5-day track coming from the hurricane center. They bring it to the north and then a sharp turn to the left, to the west. And the Hurricane Center has this as a major Category 4 hurricane Monday night of next week, south of Jamaica, with winds of 130 miles per hour. And again, just looking at that, you're thinking, goodness, this is going to be a problem for the Gulf. But like we've discussed for days, we believe it will not be a problem for the Gulf. This is the ATCF set. This goes out 5 days. And again, you can see this thing is just meandering through the Caribbean. A slow northward drift and a slow westward drift with very weak steering currents. But if you look at the global models, which will obviously extend out beyond 5 days, there's very good agreement here. The European, you see that hook to the northeast, out to sea, by the middle and end of next week. The European, same thing, clear hook to the northeast with no entry to the Gulf. Let's look at the super multi-model ensemble product. This includes all the members of the European, the American GFS, and the Canadian global model. All the members keep this out of the Gulf. And again, it makes perfect sense in that there's going to be a very deep trough developing over the eastern U.S. Toward the end of next week that will turn it in that direction. So this clearly will not be a Gulf system, thank goodness. This is the wind in guidance from the ATCF set. And really, these things are all over the board. You got a number of the members of the ensemble here that keep this a tropical storm. You've got 2 members that bring it up to a Category 5. So the truth is probably somewhere in the middle. And again, the Hurricane Center does bring it up to a Category 4 by Monday night of next week. But again, the confidence is high that this will just not be anywhere near the Gulf. The biggest issue, it's going to be the possibility of major flooding for Jamaica. And again, this thing is just not moving much. It will be just south of Kingston. So that's going to be a really rough ride for the island of Jamaica next week. and it could be close enough to bring some flooding to Haiti, at the western part of Hispaniola, and maybe even the eastern part of Cuba. All right, model fans, here we go. European. This is the OZ Run Valid today at 4. Big trough over the east. We got a trough coming into the southwest United States. And again, for us, a beautiful day. Highs in the 70s for the northern two-thirds of the state, low 80s in South Alabama. Same thing tomorrow, mostly 70s. A few spots near 80 in South Alabama. The sky will be clear. Another marvelous Friday night for high school football. Saturday as the weekend begins, we're still dry. At the Magic City Classic in Birmingham, everything looks good. Rain to the west. Rain is likely Saturday in Arkansas, where Auburn plays. So if you're headed to that ball game up in Fayetteville, be taking the rain gear. Alabama is over in South Carolina. Looks fine there. Should be a great afternoon for football. And then Sunday, boom, here comes the rain. And this could be a pretty rainy day here. Looks like, again, rain amounts could be around 1 inch. No severe storms, just a stable stratiform rain. Good old-fashioned rain. Just what the doctor ordered. Temperatures will likely stay in the 60s most of the day because of rain. And then on Monday, that short wave is out of here, and there might be a lingering shower somewhere with the upper trough coming in, but the moisture has pretty much been scoured out. Highs in the 60s. Same thing on Tuesday. The chance of rain pretty low. There's an upper trough overhead. Could there be a small shower somewhere? Yes, but probably not many. And really the same thing on Wednesday. It looks pretty dry. We've seen some other runs that have shown a spoke coming down with some rain on Wednesday. But at this point, much of next week is looking rain-free. Let's go out a week from today. This is Thursday, October 30th. A trough lined up on the East Coast. And this is what's going to take Melissa out into the Atlantic, not getting into the Gulf. And again, that looks mostly rain-free. And it's going to be cool. Halloween, the end of next week, the day after this, highs in the maybe upper 50s for the Tennessee Valley, 60s for the rest of the state, with lows well down in the 40s and maybe even some 30s for North Alabama. So at this point, Halloween looking very cool and dry. Let's go out 10 days. This is Saturday, November 1st. Another big trough gets going over the eastern states. And again, that looks very cool and dry. In fact, look at the temperature anomalies for Saturday, November 1st. All the shades of blue and green. Temperatures well below average over much of the eastern United States and the southern U.S. here. Rain for the next 15 days. This is coming off the European ensemble. You're looking for the mean. It's right at 2 inches between now and the 7th of November. Temperatures 70s through Saturday, then 60s for Sunday and all of next week. Like, look at Thursday, 62. That means if you're in the Tennessee Valley, a good chance you'll be in the 50s. And again, lows well down in the 40s next week. And the latest long-range guidance, temperatures below average. This is for October 30th through November 5th. You know, back for all those days we had the reds and the oranges on that map. I told you we'll have a pattern flip, and sure enough, there it is. And the fall colors are beginning to show up nicely. This was a drone shot over Eclectic yesterday. And again, if you're new here, typically our fall colors peak as we get into early November. But typically late October, first couple of weeks of November, the colors here can be really, really good. And, I love being at the beach in October. Crowds are thin, weather is good. Just gorgeous weather down there. But pretty much a case of severe clear in the sky last night. So, today going to be in Huntsville at Drake State Community College, and then I'll be speaking at Latham Church for a midday event. Now, tonight I will be in Wadley at Southern Union Community College for a weather program that will be at 8 o'clock. I'll be headed down that way after the evening news. Hope to see a lot of my friends there. Tomorrow, going to be in Chilton County at Jemison Elementary School. And then tomorrow evening for the Friday night rivals game of the week, it is Homewood at Hillcrest in Tuscaloosa. That'll be on our sister station in the Birmingham market, My 68. Saturday, it's a book signing. We are in Sylacauga at Cup of Grace Coffee, and we love these things. They're great. And listen, now's a good time to start buying Christmas gifts for your friends that might be a weather dweeb. In fact, that's one of our shirts. It just says Weather Dweeb. But all the shirts, children's books, all the stuff we have, it will be there 9 to 11 Saturday morning. We take a lot of pictures, have a lot of fun. Again, that is in Sylacauga at Cup of Grace Coffee, which is on Broadway. And we invite you to watch us on television this evening, ABC 3340 News. And don't forget, you can catch my forecast on great radio stations around Alabama every day, including in Birmingham, Classic Rock 106.9. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful Thursday, and God bless.